Following the deadly mass shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, Republican politicians have, answered questions from reporters about what they're going to do about gun control. Well, they answered it by running away. Now, Democrats, by the way, who responded to questions, did advocate for various gun control measures, like reinstating the federal assault weapons ban that was in effect in 1994 to 2004. And look, that was one of the decent things that Bill Clinton did. George W. Bush and Republicans, however, did not renew the assault weapons ban. And you can see the results here of that decision in this chart. So, yeah, you see that increase? Yeah, well, I'm sure, though, I'm sure that's just, that's a coincidence, right? Oh, yes, it must be. Oh, God, ridiculous. All right, so look, you can see, obviously, more mass shootings. Now, Republican politicians don't want to address that, and instead made this shooting an issue about transgender people, hormone therapy, gender-affirming care, which, again, has had nothing to do with any of those things. And now are refusing to entertain any sort of gun reform, regardless of how minor that gun reform might even be. In fact, Governor Bill Lee recently banned drag shows, because apparently that was the biggest issue going on in the state, said, we're not going to do anything, though. Quote, we're not looking at gun restriction laws in my administration right now. And said, criminals don't follow laws. Criminals break laws. Whether they are a gun law, a drug law, criminals break laws. We can't control what they do. You idiot. Stupid. Okay. Here's the thing. Mass shooter, before he became a mass shooter, was not considered a criminal. Law-abiding citizen. Now, when he bought the guns, wasn't a criminal. Legal gun owner. Bought them legally. And then, of course, he was not a criminal until he became a criminal. By then, it was a little too late. So, look, if there had been a red flag law, perhaps these guns may have been confiscated. Because, look, lived with his parents. Parents didn't want guns in the house because of unnamed emotional disorder, whatever, or emotional issue that this person was dealing with. And so parents said, get rid of the gun. Okay, get rid of the gun. And then bought 7 of them. Used 3 of them in this mass shooting. So now there are no red flag laws in Tennessee because of the governor, Bill Lee. Bill Lee expanded gun laws in the state. So yeah, that's what they did. Now, that's his way of basically running away from the issue. Criminal gun law. We can't control what they do. But he's not the only one. There are other Republicans, and I'm going to show you here, that either figuratively and in some cases even literally ran away from questions relating to if they're going to actually do their job and protect their constituents. I put together a bit of a compilation here. Some of them, watch.
You got to deal with what's at the heart of this. It's evil. Some people would say demon possession. You're not going to stop evil.
Well, if Joe Biden is interested in reaching a resolution on the issue, let him deal with the southern border. We have drugs coming across the southern border. And this crisis, this mental health crisis that we have in this country, has a direct relationship to our drug laws being loosened.
Why not talk about the real issue facing this country in regards to this shooting, which would be mental health?
If you're going to talk about the AR-15, you're talking politics now. Let's not get into politics. All right, let's not get into emotion, because emotion feels good, but emotion doesn't solve problems.
What happened in Nashville is obviously an incredibly serious situation. You're not going to get a response from the Speaker of the House.
Do you think you'll speak about that this week?
should there be any gun restrictions at all?
Apparently it's mental health, Joe Biden's border policies, drugs somehow, and demons. Yes, you heard that right. Demonic possession. What?
It's the devil, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's evil. Well, you can't really fight evil. What? I mean, again, it just goes back to this is the same party that launched an entire war on terror. We're gonna fight terror, but we can't do anything about gun violence because evil. Can't do that. Can't fight that. Evil's just going evil. Or, well, you're getting into politics. You're getting into emotion. Oh, we can't talk about that. So, look, it's everything but the guns. Everything but the guns. They're all over the place. Every one of these politicians is running away from, first, their job, and secondly, the results of their own policies. Now, again, Governor Bill Lee, right? I already mentioned him. But what about Ken Buck? Now, he's the guy that says, it's we got mental health, and then we got Joe Biden's border policies. We got drugs coming over the border. Wait, what does that have to do with mass shootings in the country? I think at one point he mentioned Chicago. But look, here's the thing, right? The border, it's got nothing to do with it. Literally nothing to do with the number of mass shootings in this country. But when it comes to mental health, well, he says, yeah, that's the issue. Okay, mental health. Oh, all right. Well, Representative Buck, what did you do about mental health? Turns out last year he voted against 2 mental health bills. And again, with healthcare in general, voted against the vast majority of 40 or so general healthcare bills. One of the bills that Buck voted against is called the Mental Health Matters Act. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wait, doesn't mental health matter? Apparently not to Ken Buck. Among other things, that bill would have created various grants to increase the number of school-based mental health service providers. So, I mean, I could see how that would apply to some of the mass shootings in schools. Not all of them, of course. But, having mental health counseling for students that perhaps are dealing with bullying. Other issues that might make some of them put them into a place where they would be receptive to, I don't know, getting guns and doing revenge. Might help. Might help reduce the number of mass shootings. But hey, can't do that. Now, Representative Byron Donald, he's the guy who said this is all about politics and feelings. Oh, we can't have this very, very political issue. We can't talk about politics about a very political issue. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You just don't want to talk about the issue at all. Oh, it's feelings. Oh, well, please tell us your feelings about drag. Please tell us your feelings about transgender people. Please. You're more than happy to ban them. Tell me your real feelings. Kevin McCarthy, you just saw he's noped out. Couldn't answer a damn question. That's the Republican Party. When it comes to children being shot in the schools, can't ban the guns. Any guns. Or any gun accessories. Can't do it. Nothing like that. But when a guy puts on a dress and reads a book to children in exaggerated makeup, they're on it. Oh, they're on it. No, let me tell you what. We are banning it so fast. Gotta protect them children. Look, here's the thing. It costs them absolutely nothing, and actually gains them, by the way, when they attack the LGBTQ community. But if they actually tried to pass gun safety laws, it would cost them their donors. The donors in pro-gun groups like the NRA, Gun Owners of America, and would also cost them some of their voters as well. And so, at the end of the day, these Republican politicians, they show lots of cowardice, cowardice. Okay, but really, it's not the fact that they're afraid; it's the fact that they're greedy and lust for power, to stay in power. Because if they do actually go and vote for, any of these common, sense gun reform measures, there's a very good possibility that they will absolutely lose their seats and their power and their money. And, well, we see what they prioritize.